How are you?
Thank you. I'm fine. And you?
Good. I'm doing well. So my name is Jeremy. What is your name?
My name is Anna.
Anna. Okay. Where are you
It's
from?
Russia. I'm from Russia.
From Russia. Ah, okay. That's why your the spelling looks different on your name. The Cyrillic alphabet, huh?
Yes, it's sometimes people think that my name is Aha, but it's not true.
Yeah, I was gonna guess that that was a Cyrillic alphabet spelling. I was right. So, what part of Russia are you from?
I'm from Ural. It's near Siberia.
Oh, okay. Wow, in the east, yeah. And how is the weather over there?
So I think that today we have not so good weather, warm weather, not hot. It's not good for summer. Our summer is too short, and we would like that when summer's really hot, really sunshine. But today we have some rain, some cold wind. But you know that we think that all type of weather is good.
Yeah. Well, it's I guess we just have to make do. We have to do the best we can, huh? Very good. So Anna from the Ural area. Okay. And we have is it Tony or Anatoly?
Anatoly.
Anatoly. Oh yeah, we have Tony over here and Anatoly over there. Sorry. I
Mhm.
mixed you guys up. Anatoly, are you from Russia as well?
Yes, yes, I'm from Russia.
Ah, which part?
I live in Moscow.
In Moscow. Okay. I had another Muscovite in my class last week. So what's this picture on your profile?
It is from Second Life. Avatar in Second Life. If you know, it is a virtual world, and
Okay.
I practice it the English.
Ah, okay, okay. I thought maybe it was a composer.
Yes, yes, it looks like composer.
Ah, okay. Let me say hi to everybody, and then I want to find out a little bit more about you folks. Hello, Tony. Can you hear me?
Hi, teacher. How are you?
Excellent. How about yourself?
I'm okay. And nice to meet you. This is the first lesson with you.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I haven't been on Verbling that long yet. Um, I used to teach on another platform very similar to Verbling. So tell me, where are you from, Tony?
I'm from Italy.
From Italy. Which part? Which?
I'm from the south of Italy, but I live in the north.
Oh, okay. You moved, huh? Which
Yes.
which part is better if I visit Italy one day?
Mm, I think there are too many cities to visit.
Okay.
You, it depends how many days you have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay. Hello, Lena. Excuse me. Hello, Lena. Are you there? Oh, hello, Michael.
Hello.
Am I saying it correctly? Is it Michael or is it pronounced differently?
No, in Spain it's Miguel Ángel. I put very short. In Spain, Miguel Ángel.
Oh, Miguel Ángel. So you shortened it. Okay. Ah, bienvenido.
Thank you.
Which part of Spain are you from?
Valencia, in the
Valencia.
coastal Mediterranean Sea.
Uh-huh, Valencia. I think I had someone from Valencia in our class last week, or was it Barcelona? Let me think about that. Hello, Lena. Can you hear me this time?
Yes, hello teacher.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Good, good. Where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
Oh,
I live
Colombia.
in Bogota. Yes.
Bogota. Oh, wow. Is Bogota, is that very high elevation?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Very cold.
It's very cold.
Yes.
Is this your winter right now?
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Very good. Well, maybe you folks can tell me. Let's go around the room, so to speak. I'll go in a circle. Tell me a little bit about yourself and why you are learning English. What are your goals for learning English? Let me go back and start with Anna.
Oh, so I work at university, and it's important for my career because it's work with foreign students, and it give me opportunity. It will give me opportunity to make articles for different journals in different countries, and I hope it's helped me to get internship in maybe in Europe, maybe in other countries. And in process of studying, I noticed that it's interesting to watch films and read books in the original language. I try to watch films with subtitles, of course, but it's more interesting than watching in translation.
Okay. You said you work at the university?
Yes.
Oh, okay. What do you do for work there? Are you a teacher?
Main part of time I work like a researcher.
Oh,
But sometimes I work with students like teacher in
okay.
laboratory lessons.
Interesting. Okay. Thank you. How about you, Tony?
Sorry, teacher, can you repeat the questions?
Oh, I was just gonna say if you folks just tell me a little bit about yourselves, like what do you do for work or what are your interests and why are you studying English? What are your goals for studying English?
I graduated in December in finance, and I am studying English because I know that I need to be fluent for my career, and I like to speak English because you can speak with everyone. So for social life too.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Hello, Miguel Angel. How about you? Tell me a little bit about yourself and why are you studying English?
Okay, I study English because, bueno, I studied before in the college, a little in a private academy, and I think Berlin is a nice place. For me, it's a grateful place to study English because it's possible a lot of hours. Well, it's very good. For my job, it's very important as foreign trains. It's very important because the commerce 100% is in English. The more language you speak, well, it's Chinese because there are more people are, but the language is more in internet, in to receive information to it's English. I think it's a second language for I think nowadays for all people, I suppose, because in countries you need in European community,
Uh-huh.
a lot of countries, a lot of language, but the second language I suppose is English, but the most people I suppose. In my case, I want to study because I thinking to do a change in my work and possible to work abroad, and I would like to improve my English very fast. I try. I try. Well,
Okay.
it's very important.
Well, thank you. These classes are good. You'll get lots of practice, and we'll work a little bit on pronunciation and things like that as we go along. I didn't catch something, Miguel Angel. What field did you say you work in?
In a foreign trade is
Foreign.
when the company buy and sell the other countries the goods, the merchandise,
Uh-huh.
arrive at the port. We can to delay with the authorities to sorry to dispatch the merchandise in the customs and
Oh, okay. So you work with the port system. Okay.
yes.
Ah, very good. Thank you for that. Lena, how about yourself?
Okay, I'm civil engineer. I work in the company who matrix houses in Houston. And right now I am program in the company and learn English for grow out in the company. So my class is paid for the company right now.
Oh, okay. Civil engineer. I'm sorry, you said Houston?
Yes, Houston.
The company you work for is based out of Houston?
Yes,
Ah, fantastic.
yes.
If you guys see flashing going on in the back, there's a big, huge lightning and hailstorm going on where I live. Hopefully, I will not lose power. If I lose electricity, then you'll know why.
Okay,
The part of the country that I live in has a lot of electrical storms, a lot of thunder, lightning. It's nice to look at, but sometimes a little scary. Last but not least, as we say in English, Anatoly, tell me a little bit more about yourself and why are you learning English?
Mhm. Hello everyone. I studied when in my childhood I studied Germany, and not many years, a few years ago, I decided to start learning English, and the reason, hypothetically, it could be useful for my career, for my job, but I don't use it actually in my job. I use it sometimes during my trips abroad during the holidays. And the most important for me possibility to uh, recognize news, something new, to read, to watch movies, to share ideas, to talk with people. No definite goal.
Okay, all right. And what do you do for work?
I work as an accountant.
Accountant. Oh, okay. Very good. Well, there's a saying in there's a proverb since we're going to be discussing proverbs. There's a proverb here. I'll type it for you guys. Is everybody using the Verbling chat over on the right side of your screen?
I use.
Okay. I'm gonna try to use the Verbling chat and not the Google chat unless we have problems. But in case any of you have not used it before, it's the blue button with the yellow V, right? Make sure you turn that on. So they have an expression here. It's a saying. I don't know if it's a proverb, but it's a saying. Uh, what do you think, Anatoly?
Numbers don't lie. Yes, but statistics is science which could interpret in many ways.
That's true. That's true. That's why there's a counter argument to that particular proverb. And let's see if you guys can figure out what this means. Oh, hello, we have a few other people that joined us. I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Ismail.
Hello,
Ismail,
teacher.
how are
Nice to
you?
meet you. I am doing well, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. Where are you from?
I am connecting from Turkey.
Ah, from Turkey. Okay. I had a student in my former teaching gig that he was from Turkey, from Istanbul. Well, maybe we can talk a little bit later. I want to go ahead and get into the lesson. Oh, and also, how do I say Alex? No, Anik? Sorry.
Yeah, you're right. Hello, teacher.
Is it Alex?
Yeah.
Ah, okay. I know it's the Cyrillic alphabet. I don't speak Russian. Sorry.
Oh, no, don't apologize. Yeah. How are you?
Good, good. This is the Russian day, huh? We have Moscow represented, the Ural region, and where are you from, Alex?
I am from Rostov-on-Don.
Wow, I don't know that city.
Of course, this is not so big city as Moscow.
Okay, very good. Well, let's talk a little bit about proverbs. First of all, what's a proverb? If I say proverbs, what comes to your mind? How would you describe a proverb to someone who just doesn't know the meaning of that word? Anybody who wants to volunteer?
Maybe Proverbs.
Something that you can.
Go ahead, just take turns. Go ahead, ladies first. Anna.
So I think that Proverbs, it's like like short phrase, give people wisdom from more older people. It's like good advice from history.
Okay, good. Did you want to add anything else? I wasn't. Who was talking? Was that
It
Alan?
was me, Tony.
Okay, Tony. Do you want to add anything?
I would say that a proverb is something that you can say to generalize a situation.
Okay, good. Yeah, you're both right. Let me get there's different definitions for proverbs. Let me give you a definition that comes from one dictionary. I think both of you mentioned some important points. Here's one definition. And as Anna mentioned, many proverbs come from older people. They are passed on from generation to generation. Sometimes each culture has their own set of proverbs. Maybe in this culture, this is their thinking. So I'm going to share with you some English proverbs. But if I mention a proverb and you say, oh, you know what, we have a similar proverb in our language, I would love to hear it. I have discovered that many proverbs are universal. In other words, they exist in many, many languages because everybody agrees. Let's do this. Let's start off with... let me ask one more question before I give you some examples. Maybe somebody else can answer this question. Why do you think cultures invent proverbs?
Maybe I try to answer your question.
Okay.
You know that in Russia we usually say that I don't know, like it will be sound in English, but short phrase, short advice. It's good advice. It's talented advice.
Okay.
And I think that it's like concentration of thinking. When we say long text, it means that many details, in necessary details, just what you need. It's short phrase and to give you food for brain. You know that, I think.
Okay. In English, we say food for thought.
Food for thought.
Food for thought. Yeah, food for the brain. Yeah, good. So it's easier to remember when we condense it down and get rid of all the extra material, right? So let me give you. Let's take turns. I'll have a proverb. I'll type it up here, and we'll read it, and then we'll discuss it. Let me start off with a basic one here. And you guys, we also can debate whether we agree with it or not. Some proverbs, perhaps we disagree. But here's, let's start with Ismail. Is it Ismail, or am I saying it wrong?
No, right, teacher. It's
Okay.
fine. Yes.
Okay. Well, go ahead and read the proverb for me, and then give me your thoughts on it. Tell me what you think.
Actions speak louder than words.
What do you think? Do you agree? Disagree?
Yes, I agree, actually, because we should behave in the same way what we say. If we don't behave with the direction or saying, it is not good, actually.
Okay. Good. And when we use things like excuse me. When we just to point out a grammar observation here. When we use louder than, taller than, shorter than, what type of what part of speech is that?
It's a comparative
Excellent. Yeah,
speech.
it's a comparative. So we use a lot of comparatives in Proverbs. You'll discover that they like to do a lot of comparisons between two things. Okay. Here's a similar proverb. Maybe let me try to keep track of which way I'm going. Anatoly.
Okay. Talk is cheap. I think it means that just talk it is not enough for proving something.
Yeah.
We can talk, we can promise, but the best way to prove your true intentions is action, as we saw in previous proverb.
Yeah, so it's a similar meaning. Okay, let me change to a different proverb, and let's see. Let's try this one. Tony, I don't see the last proverb.
I see it. I can see it now.
Okay, all right. Just keep.
Maybe there was a problem.
Maybe it was a delay. Okay. We'll go to a little bit longer proverbs, and maybe we'll have a little bit more discussion here. Lena, can you read that one for me?
He who runs with wolves learns to howl.
So just a pronunciation tip: wolves.
Runs.
Wolves, just one syllable. Many times we add es. By the way, what's the singular of wolves? Anyone? Wolves is plural, right? 2 wolves, 3 wolves. What's the single? Just one?
Wolf.
And how do we spell it? WOLF. It changes spelling when it goes from 1 to 2. Just keep that in mind. Wolf into the F. Okay, so back to the proverb. Nina, do you have any comment about it? We can discuss this openly, but I'll start with you since I let you read it.
I not get it. What does it mean?
Do you have you seen a proverb like this maybe in Spanish?
No.
No? Okay. I have some Spanish friends, and they told me that this proverb exists in Spanish as well. It's el que anda con los lobos aprende a aullar. So it's the same thing.
No.
Huh?
No, I've never listened to it.
Never heard it. Okay.
No.
Does anybody have a comment? What do you think this means?
Yes, teacher.
The person that runs with wolves learns to howl.
Yes, teacher.
Go ahead, Ismail.
I think it is important for us. When we choose our friends, we should be careful. If we choose false friends, it can lead us to bad things. Or
Okay. How many of you think? Well, first of all, how many of you agree with what Ismail just said? Do you think that's true?
I have the other things about this proverb. General idea for me from this proverb, this is if you play in the something game, if you want to be, if you will be winner, you should play in the rules.
Okay, that's an interesting interpretation. Okay.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have another idea? Hello, Ahmad. Good to see you again.
Hi, teacher.
Welcome to class. We're discussing Proverbs.
Okay, good.
Does anyone else have another idea of what this proverb could mean? He who runs with wolves learns to howl.
We have a similar proverb in Italian, I think.
Oh, really?
I would try to translate it.
Okay.
He who walks with a guy that walk with a limp start to limp.
Okay. So he who walks with a guy who has a limp starts to limp.
I don't know how to say someone that limp.
Yeah, that's fine. Somebody who limps, who walks with a limp. Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
What is the proverb again, please?
I'm sorry, Ahmad?
What is the proverb that have you said already?
The original proverb, and by the way, we're using the Verbling chat just to type them out.
Okay then.
You go ahead and open it up, but the original proverb is he who runs with wolves learns to howl.
Okay.
Does anybody not know what the word howl means? We should make sure that we all understand. Don't be shy if there's a word you don't know.
Is it the sound that the wolf makes?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's an example of an imitative sound where the word sounds like what it's describing. It's called, there's a fancy word for it in English poetry, onomatopoeia. I don't know if any of you are familiar with this word. Onomatopoeia. It's a fancy word. It simply means it's a word that imitates the sound it represents. So howl is just like the word boom, right? It sounds like what it's making, or pow, or splash. We have a lot of words like that in English. Maybe you do in your language too. Let me give you another proverb that's similar to the one on the wolves, and then you can tell me if you think they mean the same thing.
Teacher.
Yes.
We have same proverb in our language like this. If you sleep with a blind, you can wake up. You can wake up with a cross-eye. Something like this.
I like it. Yeah. So it's interesting. A lot of cultures have a similar proverb. Here's a proverb from another. I don't know if this is English or if this is Spanish, but I think it's English. Miguel Angel, would you like to read that for me?
Yes. He who lies down with dogs wakes up with fleas.
Fleas.
Fleas. Okay, thank you.
Pulgas.
Ah, okay. He who lies down with dogs wakes up with. I don't know. I don't understand well this proverb.
Okay. No problem. Ahmad, what do you think it means?
Well, I haven't opened my Verbing chat yet. That's why.
Okay.
Can you say it vocally?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's have somebody else read it for practice. Go ahead, Alex. You want to read it for Ahmad?
I should read a proverb in the
Yeah,
chat.
read the last proverb for me, please.
Oh, okay. He could lays down with dogs, wake up with fleas.
Okay. Lies down.
Lies down.
Yeah. To lie down is to go to bed, right? He who goes to
Okay.
bed, he who lies down, or he who goes to bed with dogs, wakes up with fleas.
Yes, I understand, teacher.
You understand?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, yes. In Spain it's similar. It's similar.
Ah, okay. So what is the message again? Does anyone have something to add?
Maybe this mean if you have a friendship with people who have destructive habits, and after some times you you will take something habits,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be destructive yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good. Okay.
I would like to add that maybe it means that your environment around you influence on you. If you
Yes.
person, but if you in that environment, you in time you will like your environment.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. Let's try another proverb. Let's see. Lena, go ahead, please.
Those who know learn from history are known to repeat it, repeat.
Okay. Those who do not learn, right? Those who do not learn from history are doomed. Doomed.
Doom.
Yeah. A little note for you guys. I'll give you a grammar note. Um, when we make words, when we take verbs and make them into the past tense, most of the time when we add an ed on the end of a verb, in this case the verb is doom, which we'll define it in a second. Most of the time we do not add another syllable. We simply add a D sound or a T sound. There's a complicated rule about it, but if, for instance, if I say today I am watching TV, yesterday anybody want to help me? Same verb?
Watched, so
Watched. Yes.
watched.
Watched.
Exactly. So notice the pronunciation. Yesterday I'll type it out here. Watched TV for 3 hours, okay? So there we go. Watched. So we take watch and we add a T sound to the end. Watched. So if the final consonant in a verb in English is what we call a voiceless sound, in other words, it's just it does not use the voice box. There's no vibration, like ch, ch, ch. Ch is just nothing but air. Or wash your hands. Yesterday I washed my hands. So we just use a T sound at the end to make it into the past tense. Wash, washed. Watch, watched. If the verb ends with a sound that uses the voice box, like warn, like I'm going to warn my neighbor to be careful. The verb in the past is warned, and now we actually add a D sound. So sometimes the ED makes a D sound, sometimes it makes a T sound. Once in a while, we actually add a syllable. A lot of people, when they're first learning English, they fall into the habit of adding the syllable. They want to say things like watched or washed. You know, I washed my hands, and that's not correct. The only time that we add a syllable is if the original verb ends in D or T. For instance, let me have you read this sentence for me. since we'll just cover this as a grammar point. Anatoly, you want to try that sentence for me?
Okay. The plane landed on time at the airport.
Excellent. Good, very good. So everybody heard that? Landed. It's 2 syllables because the original verb, land, ends in a D. So we must repeat the sound. Landed. But usually, I would say maybe only 5% of verbs or less actually end up with 2 syllables by adding a past. Usually, we just add a D or a T sound. All right. We won't beat that point too much, just to give you guys a little tip on. Let's go back to the proverb then. Hello, Alexandra. Welcome to our group here.
Hello,
Where are you from?
Russia.
Ah, boy, this must be a popular hour for Russia.
Yeah, it's not that late right now, so
Okay. So, who said that you have a proverb just like this? Anna says we have a proverb like this. Okay. First of all, who can tell me what the word doom means? To doom something or to doom someone.
Maybe it's mean like, damn it, you must repeat and repeat this action without your wishes. It's
Okay.
like,
Yeah, that's the meaning of the proverb. You're right.
Condemn.
And yes, condemn, exactly. If you are doomed, it means you are condemned or you are destined to something bad. So, yeah, Ismail, go ahead and tell us. I see what you typed. Go ahead and tell us your understanding of the proverb, please. Explain.
The last proverb says actually we should get important lessons from our history. If we don't do that, we must to expertise the same faults again.
Experience is the word you're looking for. We will experience the same faults again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Experience the same sadness again.
Yeah. Do you think this is true forever, no matter where you live?
Yes, it is always true.
Mm-hmm. Can you guys think of examples?
For example, if we look at traffic accident, the reason of the car accident are generally same, but the people are different who are involved in a traffic accident, actually.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. What about if we look on a bigger picture for this proverb? What about if we think about countries and wars? You think this is true?
Yes. In Colombia is very popular this proverb.
Really?
Because that.
Okay.
In history, it repeat and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
And war.
Yeah. Okay. If anyone else has any comments, you can share them. Otherwise, I will move on. We'll give you another proverb to think about. Hold on. What happened to my list? There we go. Let's try. Okay, I'm going to change grammar a little bit. I've been using proverbs in the present tense. I'm going to give you some proverbs that are more like what we call commands or imperatives. These are direct pieces of advice. So we'll start with a short one. Alexandra, you want to read it and then tell me what you think?
look before you leap.
Mm-hmm. First of all, what is leap? Anyone know? Or Alexandra, do you know what leap means?
Jumping?
Yes, good. So look before you jump.
Well, I guess that means it's not like being on the alert, but maybe prepare in advance.
Okay.
Not acting, not being, like think twice.
Ah, think twice. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Nice thoughts. Thank you. Anyone else have a comment? Think before you act. Uh-huh.
You know that I think that we have similar proverb in Russian language, but we use like other words. I'm not sure that it's correct translate, but I think that maybe like this: 7 times something before cut something.
Ah, interesting. Uh-huh. It's a similar proverb.
Think carefully. I think that maybe this meaning.
Wow, 7 times measure before cut. In English, we only say measure twice. You guys are more careful than we are. In English, we say measure twice, cut once.
I'm not sure, but maybe 7. It's magic number.
Yeah. Very nice. Okay, good. All right. How about let's do another proverb, and we'll give somebody else a chance. How about let's see. Ahmad, are you able to read these yet?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't cry for spilled milk. Well, yeah, it is. It might be used in situation when you talk about something has happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we actually can't change it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I mean instead of feel I don't say guilty. What do you call this in English?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It is better to find solution or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, good thoughts. Anyone else have something they'd like to add? Thank you, Ahmad. That's a good explanation.
Maybe don't concentrate on problems.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good. All right.
Maybe it's what's done, it's done.
Ah, yes, what's done is done. Yeah. You can't live in the past. We have another one. All right. Here's a famous one that actually comes from American Indians. Well, we call them Indians, but really they're Native Americans, right? The people that were here first on this continent before the Europeans. I will use their version of it, and then we'll change it to the English version. Although it probably wasn't a mile, it probably was some other measurement. But the English people have adapted this proverb, so. Let's see. Alex?
Yeah, I'm here.
You want to read it?
Yeah. Before you criticize someone, walk a mile in his moccasins.
Mm-hmm. Anybody know what moccasins are?
Shoes.
Shoes.
Yeah. The shoes that Native Americans used to wear. They're more made of leather, made from buffalo skin. So moccasins for us is shoes.
Summer shoes.
Summer shoes, yeah. Do you have any comments, Alex? What do you think?
I think these proverbs talk about if you want Mhm. If you want to criticize something people, you should thinking about yourself in yourself position.
Mm-hmm. Good. So if we walk a mile in his shoes, or as you said, put yourself in his position, how might that help us when we get ready to be upset or criticize this person?
Yeah, you understand these people and you understand what happened with him.
Mm-hmm. What effect do you think this would have on our personality if we try? We call this in English. We call this empathy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Judge. Uh-huh. I think you're looking for the word judge, Anna. That's a good. That's a good thought. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, judge.
Yeah. Okay.
Some
Good.
little mistake.
No problem. Yeah, that's a good comparison proverb right there. If you don't judge other people, yeah. All right. Let me give you another one here from a different. Let's give you one another comparison one. We already gave you the comparison of actions speak louder than words. Yeah, let's try this one. Let's see what you think of this. Anatoly.
Mm-hmm. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. It means that if we can find any weaknesses in group of people, for example, or something else, it could break all team if we use it for the team, for the
Good. How about I have a question for you. Let's try to make some application of this. We'll apply this to different areas. Can we apply this to sports? For example, football, soccer?
For sports, yes. For example, if I don't remember who defeat how I say gate of the team. If person who are staying on the gate is not so good in that deal, this team could be loser.
Yeah. Anybody here watch the World Cup?
Yes.
Yes, we
Soccer
watch it.
fans? Okay. Yeah, Colombia is going far, right, Lena?
It's very good. It's James Rodriguez.
Yeah, he scored like 5 goals. Wow.
Yes.
What's the next game for Colombia? Colombia versus Brazil?
Brazil next Friday.
Wow, that's gonna be nice. I think I'm gonna have to do a lesson. We're gonna have to do a class on World Cup, maybe next week. I think that would controversial. So what happens if there's a good soccer team but one player is perhaps somewhat weak or he's poor on defense? What frequently happens?
This player will be eliminated.
Yeah, and usually the ball finds him, right? As we say. Usually he makes a mistake and it costs the team. How about
Like autogol?
autogol? Yeah. Yeah, that happens too.
Yes.
No, we don't talk about that in Colombia. Shh. That's a very sad story in Colombia.
Yes.
What about, let's change it to the topic of business. I don't know if any of you study business. This is a popular saying in the United States when it comes to the business world. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Does everybody understand literally what a link is in a chain?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how does this apply to business? A chain is only as strong as its weakest link.
Maybe it's not correct proverb like an analogy, but devil in small details. Devil in details. If you don't see small mistake and small vexed place in your work, you can you can lose everything. I think
Okay.
that you must be careful in details in everybody member of team. I think
Okay.
that. Do that.
That's a good proverb. It's a similar proverb, but a little bit different meaning, right? To pay attention to the details. That's true. What if we have a company where we have different departments? We have maybe we produce automobiles. So we have a design engineer team. We have a production engineering team. We have materials handling, logistics. But maybe we have a problem with
Sales,
sales.
for example.
Yeah. What if we have a problem with our supply team? Our logistics department is disorganized and they're always late with getting our supplies.
Yeah, there should be. Yeah, I also think that it's about teamwork, so that there should be a seamless connection between different departments.
Uh-huh. Good. One weakness, right? One bad department.
Yeah.
The whole company suffers. So.
I was thinking about something else. When a passenger, for example, arrives at the airport, if he try like to do his best to be fast, like the way he walks to be, for example, the first one in the queue or something like that. But when he comes to the luggage, he might wait for long to get his bag, so he will be late. I mean, he tried to be fast, but because this process is slow, so he'll be slow, I think.
Yeah, one weakness in the process, right? And so everybody has to wait. Yeah, good. Very good. Okay. Let me give you another one here that I think is interesting. Where did it go? I'll give you one maybe that's a little bit harder to interpret. Where did it go? Oh, yes. Yes. How much time we have? Okay, let's try this one. This is a famous English proverb that is more of an abbreviation. It's missing the rest of the grammar. Let's see if you can interpret it. Tony, would you like to read it?
Yes. Once bitten, twice shy.
Mm-hmm. Has anyone heard this proverb?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
What do you think it means?
It means that, for example, if you encountered a situation when somebody let you down, next time you will think very carefully even if your decision is not that, even if the situation is not that important as the previous one, you will think thoroughly.
Ah, good explanation.
For example, it can be applied to relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you were cheated, if your partner cheated on you once and you split up, next time you try to get in touch with somebody, you will think twice before getting closer with this person.
Mm-hmm.
Because of your previous negative experience.
Yes, very good explanation. Yeah, this proverb is frequently used in for relationships. Good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else have a comment? Do you think this is this always true? Is this a natural reaction? Is this just a commentary on what people are? What do you think?
It is not always true, but most people try like this. Let's say, for example, someone had like a divorce or something like that. He might don't want to try it again. I mean, to have another relationship, something like that. It is not true. I mean, you might. The previous one probably something happened, went wrong. But it doesn't mean that if you try it again, it will. I mean, the same thing will happen.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't mean it's going to happen again, but it is human nature, right?
Yeah, it is.
To be cautious. The origin of the expression, since relationships don't usually involve biting, what do you think the literal origin? And this is speculation, right? This is just a guess. What might the literal application be? Because we're taking a simple idea and we're applying it to bigger things like relationships. Where do you think where does the biting part come from? Once bitten. I have a guess. I think that if someone is not afraid of dogs, what happens if he gets bit by a dog? The next time he sees that particular dog or that type of dog? Maybe. Anyway, that's just my guess. I don't know the origin of why they use biting. If you get bitten the first time, the next time you.
Sometimes people don't trust anybody because they was betrayed somebody.
Yeah, sometimes that's the reaction, right? Yeah. Here, I'll give you one more before we sign off because we're just about out of time. Let's see. Ismail, would you like to read it?
Yes. Marry in haste, repent at your leisure.
Mm-hmm. Haste.
Haste.
Haste. What does haste mean?
Hurrying.
Yes. Hurry. Get married in a hurry. Repent at your leisure. Repent. What does repent mean? Kind of a big word.
You know, ask for forgiveness if it is something to do with religion.
Yeah, it can be a religious term. It can also mean to change your mind or to feel bad about something, like to turn around. Ah, I repent of doing it. I feel bad, and I wish I had not done that.
Regret.
Regret.
Regret, maybe.
Regret. Yeah. So get married in a hurry. Regret at your leisure. What does that mean?
Yes. If you decide in a short time before marriage, I think we can decide falsely and choose a false woman, and it affects the whole life in the future.
That's a wrong woman, a wrong spouse, because the person might be woman, so she will get the wrong man in this case.
Yeah, that's true.
Wrong man or wrong woman killed.
Yeah, works both ways. So what's the overall message of this proverb? In other words, what is it advising us to do?
You know
Huh?
You know that we have opposite proverb in Russia. If you will make a choice a long time, you never will be married.
Ah, okay. Maybe the other extreme. Yeah?
Yes.
If you take too long.
We should know well our partner before getting married.
Yeah, that's kind of the idea. So, anyway, a lot of these proverbs too have a little bit of humor in them, a little bit of a joke, right? You could marry in a hurry. You have lots of time to feel bad later. So, all right. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the discussion. I appreciate hearing your explanations of the proverbs. Good job to everybody.
Thank you for this lesson. It was a pleasure to talking with you.
Yeah,
Bye.
pleasure meeting all of you. And I will be doing. I will probably be doing proverbs once a week. I like proverbs, and I have a huge supply of them, so I'll be doing this again.
Thank you.
Thank
Okay.
you, teacher.
Bye.
Bye.